Hey there, welcome to One and a Half Gaysians, where we talk about everything from politics to pop culture, all with a Gaysian twist.
Yes.
I am Allan.
And I'm Derek, Vicky, Christina, Barcelona. We haven't done that in a while, I feel.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've been a little too busy this summer.
Yeah.
So we apologize if any of you eager fans really wanted another episode. It's just
Complainers. And our new fans in the Philippines who now follow our page. Because I did a media buy, girl. I did some targeting.
I've been so we started a Facebook page if anyone hasn't seen it yet. One and a Half Gaysians, and you can still catch us on Instagram. We're not going to do Twitter. I don't have enough patience for Twitter. So we recently watched a very anticipated movie.
Yeah.
We watched Crazy Rich Asians finally. And this episode's going to be about, our thoughts on it. Because this is actually a big milestone for the entire Asian community as a whole.
Okay, so I have a question, first of all, that I'm hoping you can answer. I feel like there's been some discrepancy in the reporting on the history and the historic nature of Crazy Rich Asians, because in all the coverage that I've seen, they say, oh, it's been 25 years or whatever, since the Joy Luck Club. And I was like, okay. And then in other coverage I've seen, they say, oh, but Memoirs of a Geisha was also an American paid-for Hollywood movie. And I'm like, wait, are we just... And that was also an all-Asian cast.
I think with this one, it's Asian Americans.
Okay. I mean, one of the characters is Asian American.
But at the same time, all those other movies, one was brought up, Harold and Kumar, an Indian guy and a Chinese... was he Korean in the movie? I forget.
I think so.
In any case, so one was brought up, Harold and Kumar. But at the same time, their heritage wasn't a main factor. They brought it up, he was like, I don't want to... John Cho's character, Harold, was like, I don't want to be that Asian guy who's always studying and shit and all that.
Yeah.
They broke stereotypes, but at the same time, the whole movie wasn't really about their Asianness, unlike this one where it's about the conflict of... So, big spoiler alert for this episode, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the entire movie.
So, Constance Wu is having this identity, I won't say crisis.
She's not having a crisis.
But she's but it's like a flip, in other movies, if they were to do it, if it was going to be with a mostly white cast and with an Asian girlfriend,
right?
It would be oh, you're not white enough, you're not Westernized.
It would be
enough.
The ethnic partner dealing with
who's coming to dinner,
right?
Something like that,
right?
It would be the ethnic partner coming to terms with.
But they do explore that in this, though.
But it's flipped where it's being unapologetically Asian, where the mother this time is you're not Asian enough for my son.
Yeah.
You are Asian American. You don't hold our values.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc. And I loved it. But I love that part of the movie. I haven't read the book, but I'm assuming the book explores more on that.
Right.
And I think, again, it's not a lot of representation. Come on, the lead guy isn't even really full Asian. He's a Derek.
Oof.
But I mean,
because he's hella hot.
I mean, it's a huge step in the right direction. There have been other movies, but this is the biggest, I think, release since the Joy Luck Club.
Memoirs of a Geisha.
But that was
also based on a book written by, I believe it was a white man. And it was a huge bestseller in North America. And then Hollywood made a movie directed by the guy who made Chicago, Rob something. And it was an expensive movie. I think even Steven Spielberg maybe was involved in some sort.
So I haven't seen it.
But
isn't it because isn't the love interest white?
No.
Oh, I thought he was a soldier.
No. That's Miss Saigon.
So,
Memoirs of a Geisha, spoiler. Actually, don't even watch the movie because it's not even that good.
I don't know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
this is making a big deal, but at the same time,
well, it was an Asian American. Like to your point earlier, it was an Asian American story because the main character was an Asian American, and Joy Luck Club is Asian Americans dealing with their past, and Memoirs of a Geisha was about geishas in Japan.
Yeah. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. I mean, I don't know. I get the criticism that it's not really the first one, but I mean, it's good marketing.
Yeah. Fair.
I mean, like, okay, for example, Fresh Off the Boat, have there been other, aside from All American Girl,
No.
There hasn't been,
No,
right?
Canada, for those of you international new Filipino listeners, Canada makes a show called Kim's Convenience.
And there's Next Gen, too.
Which, right.
Which is, I think it's pretty funny. It's about a next generation Chinese girl, I think. But let's talk about cast. What did you think?
The one that I was surprised was not in this was Ming-Na Wen. There was every Asian.
Well, that's the thing. Remember, like,
Hollywood.
okay, so that was my reaction with Black Panther because I was like, every fucking black actor that's like big right now is in this movie. Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who else was in it. But everyone. I totally expected that. Like John Cho was gonna show up.
Yeah.
They had fucking Harry Shum.
That was so
rare. No, but apparently
he's in the sequel.
They did shoot more, but they didn't. They cut him out.
But is that storyline that must continue in the sequel? Yeah.
So in the sequel, I don't know too much about it, but
it's about the wedding, and she goes to find her dad.
Her dad, but it's also gonna. What's the girl's name?
Astrid.
They're gonna expand on her role.
Yeah.
And Harry Shum is apparently like her first love.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I haven't read it. But it was just like John Cho.
Yeah.
Where's
Where's
Beatty? Where's Beatty? Hey, Margaret Cho.
Yeah, where were you?
Where were you in that movie?
Where were you at? I guess they can't like shoehorn because like Aquafina would have been a young Margaret Cho.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true. Aquafina's great in it. So when my first exposure to her was Neighbors 2. Yeah. And I was like, who is this fucking
Did you not love Neighbors 2?
I did like it, but I was like, who is this annoying girl?
Oh, I thought she was hilarious in that. With that
I was just like,
voice.
But then she was like, oh, she totally changed my mind about her. Like, I haven't seen Ocean's 8 yet. Was she good in Ocean's 8?
She's good in that. She plays the same person in Ocean's 8. Yeah.
So I hope she doesn't get typecast like Rebel Wilson did.
I feel like that's what her character is. She's like, she plays that like
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong like, because Dr. Ken, I don't know if you ever watched that show, it was terrible, but like he played himself like as a doctor. Like he was definitely more serious. And the one in Chang on fucking Community was different than the one he played in the Hangover movies.
Yeah.
So like he's good about it. He's funny though.
So, okay, fun fact. So, I don't know if you know this about me, but I was nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
I sort of did, but I thought it was a joke.
No, I was. I can show you the certificate. I went to the Daytime Emmys like
what a
2
fucking
years ago. No, it has nothing to do with me. So I went there.
Okay, all right. This better be.
And this was when like Fresh Off the Boat was like starting up and getting big.
Oh, okay.
Guess who was fucking there, and I did not fucking know.
Constance Wu?
Constance Wu was there, but she was dressed so non-glamorously, knowing that she was on a big show already, on an ABC network show.
Right.
But she was nominated for like this web series that she started in or produced.
Yeah.
No, she was in it. She was in the show called East Siders, and it's on Netflix if anyone wants to see any of her early
It's
work.
about LA?
Yeah. But it has like it's very like multicultural, ethnic. But she was there, and I'm like, I didn't notice it, but she was very dressed down, right? Like very dressed down. So I think I did see her. I don't know if they won. I forget. But I'm like looking online later. I'm like, oh, I want to see my pictures because they're photographers.
Right.
I look and I'm like, Constance Wu is there, and I fucking missed her. I mean, I was really drunk. And I probably would have fucking went apeshit if I did meet her. And she's like, who is this guy?
Well, now, Like
No. Back then, I think I was like, oh my god, I would have embarrassed myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my close brush of fame with her, or whatever.
you're riffing off that, you might get angry at what I'm about to say. Because, like the Black Panther movie, the least interesting character in the movie was the main character.
Oh no, I totally agree.
Oh, okay, really?
No.
Right? Like, I thought, like, she was okay, but she was the least interesting person in this movie.
Some people that I know said,
But the movie was supposed to be about her.
I know, but some people have said she was the weakest actor in the movie. She wasn't the best.
I wouldn't say.
I know. I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, you can't fucking say that. This is the best. This is the first Asian movie in 25 years.
I have so many compliments to give.
No. She's amazing. I thought she was okay in it. It might have been first movie jitters. I don't know.
They also didn't really give her anything interesting to do except to react to
Michelle Yeoh, which
to the opulence of even just like, but like everyone was like, yeah, tell me more. I'm like, who are these fucking aunties?
I get it.
Who's the fucking gay guy? Who's the fucking hot cousin girl?
That's the shitty thing, right? Because like you can't fit all that in a romantic comedy.
No.
So, what did you think about Michelle Yeoh?
Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh can do no wrong in my eyes. Like, she has been on blast for me anyways since Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
So when I know she's in a movie, I know she's always gonna be a fucking good character.
Yeah. Totally.
You don't put fucking Michelle Yeoh and then like put her in the background. You expect her to do something. I'm surprised she didn't fight. Like I could have dealt with a fight.
So my main thing too, I mean, I don't know if it was like intentional, was I thought she'd be more glamorous in the movie. Like not glamorous like, oh, they should have put more like bigger hair. I thought she was gonna be wearing like bigger outfits.
Also remember, just because she's rich, she was conservative.
That's true.
Because she was like
reading the Bible.
She's reading the Bible. She has a Bible group. She has like the glamorous one was supposed to be Astrid, which she was.
Yeah. Oh my god. Those
right?
Earrings.
Because she was like the socialite, fashionista, da 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 da. Where the mom's just like a rich old Asian woman. It was all about family and appearances.
And like, yeah.
No, I don't think she needed to be more glamorous.
I wanted to talk about the mahjong scene. So did you read about what it was all about?
No, but I played mahjong.
So basically, the whole scene is a callback to the beginning of the movie where about the poker game and playing to win. And in mahjong, the rule is basically, I think to win you have to have matching tiles or sets of threes, I think. And you discard whatever you don't need, right?
Yeah.
So as Rachel's giving her monologue about saying no to Henry and how it's a lose-lose situation, she's paying attention to what the mom is discarding, what she doesn't need. And I guess as she's saying it, she sees that she has the winning hand because the mom needs that 8 of bamboo and Rachel has it. Just from seeing what the mom is discarding. So she's giving her the final piece of the monologue about how Henry will meet someone new and eventually will have kids and, have a new wife. So she says to the mom, as you're watching your grandkids and Henry being happy, just remember that it was me, an American immigrant, that did this for you. And bam, she places down the winning hand, which is what the mom needed, I thought.
That was such a good fuck you.
And that wasn't in the movie. That wasn't in the book.
No. That was such a good fuck you. Because it was like, ooh. It's like, bitch, I'm gonna let you have this.
But just remember, I let you win.
Bitch! Yeah, that was a fuck you. So, because Crazy Rich Asians is, uses every sort of romantic comedy trope in American movies that there is, what American franchise would you like them to see remake as an Asian story?
Like any franchise?
Think of a franchise, and if they remade it as Asian, what?
Like what? Any type of Asian?
It doesn't matter. Like any like what could stand? What American franchise?
Sorry guys, you don't see this right now, but I'm dying of laughter because I know Derek is gonna die once I say what it is.
No.
I think you know what I'm gonna say.
No, I don't. I don't.
So I think they should do. So Filipino Americans.
Okay.
There is actually a fucking lot in in like the United States.
Okay.
Like there's a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the percentage is, but
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
I think they should bring back Twilight with an Aswang with an Aswang character. But then I'm wondering, wait, how do they make that? Because an Aswang is like half vampire, half gargoyle or whatever, with wings.
Fuck. How? I like how you're like. You're like
You have franchise.
No, but I like how that's where your brain went. Is you want Twilight, but as in a swung. Okay, haven't we already determined that the Aswang is like a fair? This is gonna be a recurring thing until the end of the season, but haven't we already established that the Aswang is like a feral?
No, but I mean, they made
creature?
it. Fucking Twilight was made into that.
Oh fuck!
Wait, what was Twilight? Oh no, that was 50 Shades of Grey. So 50 Shades of Grey was originally fanfic of Twilight.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. Totally like a 50 Shades of Grey.
So would the Bella character also be Filipino? She could also go by Bella, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like there's Bellas that are Filipino in LA.
I can't. Bella Criselda. Bella Cristabel. Oh, Cristabel.
Oh, it could be Christabel. Or you could
maybe
reverse
he's
it.
like
Why isn't the
Christa.
girl the Aswang?
No, maybe.
Why isn't the girl
But
the
like,
Aswang?
how do they, like, what franchise would you think?
Oh, I gotta think about this. I really that's actually really good. I think
Sex and the no.
Oh, no. You know what? I could almost, the story. Okay, so I'd have like the pieces of a story. It's like I'd want something like Golden Girls, where it's like a guy living with his mom and his titas.
Oh my god.
And like, but like his actual titas and then his not titas who
Yeah.
are just like the friends. Something like that, where like I would like the idea of an adult Filipino male living with his mom, his widowed mom.
Yeah.
But like, what is an American version of that would make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's trying to he's trying to move out of home, but like they're like, no, you stay. Don't pay rent until you're married. But I guess
It would have to be a gay guy
Yeah.
who's still living with his parents. So there was a spin-off of the Golden Girls called Empty Nest. Where
Really?
do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Empty Nest was all about this widowed dad and his adult daughters who were living with him. He was a doctor
Yeah.
in Miami, and his adult daughters were like living with him.
Yeah.
That could be a Filipino story. Before we go,
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
They could do. I got it.
Yeah.
They could do remember that show that was Mark Cherry show at Devious Maids?
Devious
Devious
caretakers. I like what? No, I feel like it should be.
She's so good.
No, it should be devious caretakers, and it's them taking care of old rich people.
No, it has to be
okay,
nannies.
Okay, I'm gonna
That's
put
the
this out to the
big one.
universe. Which one's more interesting? If they're taking care of rich white children, or they're taking care of rich old people?
No, because it could be both. Because
It could be both.
with like the kids.
Then just call it. If you just call it devious caretakers, they could be taking care of kids.
Because one of the things that they could talk about is they could be like, "Oh, you're the only mom I've ever known, but my mom doesn't need you anymore.
Yeah.
So what am I gonna do?"
But you know what? That I think that would actually present. If we combined our shows, it would make an interesting story because you'd have them at the beginning, like they'd be dealing with children, and then they would be dealing with people at end of life.
Yeah.
After their kids don't visit them, and it's like all they have is that Filipino caretaker, right?
And the thing is too, you could explore like, I mean, there would be like stereotypes, but you could be like, "Oh, I don't want to make you chicken nuggets. I'm gonna make you. Make you longanisa."
You're getting more into specifics where I'm thinking like broader strokes.
Of course.
Like interesting. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Well.
So we're gonna wrap this up.
Let's think about this.
For any of you who haven't seen the movie, I think you should still see it.
Yes.
Because it shows Hollywood that we will come out and watch it.
This is how. So I read because I'm a big box office person.
Yeah.
Like I love following that shit. So this has had the lowest second week drop off for like a movie ever.
The lowest?
It's only had a 22%.
Oh, that's really good.
That's insane because usually the average is like 40 to 50.
It's bound to make. They're projected to make another 16 million.
People want to see it. It's one of those like.
It's already made 51. It's made its production and marketing costs back.
It's one of those. Word of mouth movies. That's gonna. So go
totally.
see it. Go see it.
Even if you're like not into the whole, it's all Asian. Are they only gonna speak like Chinese and I have to read subtitles? No, they all speak English.
It's just fun. It's
good. It's fun. It's excess porn.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than like seeing rich people in beautiful dresses
and food.
But again, it's like if you're sick of like, oh fuck, they're rebooting this again. Aside from like Marvel, whatever. Oh, it's another superhero movie. It's gonna be like Black Panther. Hollywood won't take us seriously unless they see that we're gonna spend money on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk to you soon and go see the movie. Bye.
Bye.